1, 2, 3, and I'm back. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a strike from YouTube. Okay? That should go without saying. I was away for a week because I got a strike, my first strike. But you know what? Actually, not my first strike because I had other channels that were shut down completely. But anyway, here it is. Now, if I was YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I would do. I mean, this is not what I'm going to be talking about. I'm gonna get to it. But let me just say this, just in case YouTube listen to this video, which I'm sure they will be, after a strike. But let me just say this: if I was YouTube, I would just have a platform for many different ideas and opinions. Because when they go with the narrative that you have to, if you say something against anything, like the health authorities around the world, like the WHO organization and everything, and the NIH or whatever, or the CDC or whatever, if you say something, anything against them, even if you quote them, what they themselves say, they might shut you down. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Okay? If I was YouTube, I would let people express their mind. Because, here's why. Because if this organization, which have been around forever, ladies and gentlemen, CDC, the World Health Organization, right? WHO, the NIH, right? If they were so good, why are we in the mess that we're in? Okay? Where even vaccinated people are being told that they need to use their mask if they choose to. I would like to have a talk with the airlines too. Because if I'm vaccinated, right? Why would I need to wear a mask on the airplane? But that's their rules. And you need to abide by them. But I would like to bring them to reason. And that's what I would do if I was YouTube. Let everybody bring all ideas. I'm not going to pick and choose. But anyway, here we go. This is what I'm going to talk, what I'm going to be talking to you about. Okay? So, first of all, the reason YouTube does this is because YouTube is about money. It's all about business. There's no emotional attachment here. They go with what sells. If you become an obstacle to the popular narrative out there, then you have a problem with YouTube. You will have a problem. But here we go. What I'm here to talk to you about, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that, as I have explained to you in the past, and I will continue to do so. By the way, I have my own website, which I will leave the links below once again, in case you want to take a look at what I got there. Okay, so ever since human beings were created and put on this earth, okay, again, I'm going to be talking to the people, to the reasonable people that are willing to accept the reality that we are created creature, not just by observing the process of life in our mother's wombs, how we grew, how we developed. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? So we are obviously a created creature. We are created beings with the spirit of the Creator in us, which is the electricity of life, which is what makes us conscious. It is the consciousness. And it is right here in the mind. the evil stimulant and the agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, there's always an agenda. And evil have thrown many stimulants throughout history. Okay? And that's why you have been seeing monetization of demonology. It pays to be evil. It pays, all right? That's why in Hollywood you need to sell your soul to the demons, to the devil, in order to be part of Hollywood. Now, I'm going to talk to you about fourth subject right here. The first one that I will talk to you about is Lil Nas, with his new video called Industry Baby. Ladies and gentlemen, that is being promoted. This is an obviously confused young man who is demon possessed in all aspects. He is demon possessed just like the whole world is exponentially. I mean, here's a video, a disgusting video, where naked men in jail dancing naked, where they feel proud to drop the soap. And they show a young man having a relationship with another one. I mean, his clothes and everything, but you will see, I will put it, but let me just tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. Before you see this video, you got to be strong. You got to be spiritually grounded, because if not, then you will be hooked. Okay? Now, what has been the evolution? Why has humanity come to this very present situation that we are in? I mean, if you don't think that this whole world is being worked by the demons on the spiritual, from the spiritual realm, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know which caves you've been living in. America is being worked on. America is on fire right now, on her way to self-destruction. And then, not only that, but then you got enemies that are looking at her and that will help her destroy herself. Do you know that Iranian forces, and many people in the ladies and gentlemen, listen to what I'm saying. Do you know that Iranian cells are all over the United States? And the authorities in the United States are aware of them? They're not going to do anything about it. They know that it's too late for America to save itself. They have sold out America. This is why Grandpa Joe Dementia was put in place, which goes into my next subject, which is, I have talked to you so many times, your votes don't count. See, America has been gradually, she has been gradually, psychologically worked up. She has been programmed. She has been conditioned. America is under a deep, deep spell, beyond any witchcraft that you can come up with. This goes beyond witchcraft. This is the devil itself knows. He knows the prophecies about, they are fulfilling themselves right before our eyes. Now you may say, well, Ruben, what else? Why do you talk about Lil Nas? Well, because, hey, the the feminization of the black man and the Hispanic man. Remember, sagging, pants sagging. It was pants sagging your pants, right? Which is still going on. Grown ass men showing their ass, the crack of their asses. Disgusting. Then you got men dressing as women. So when you turn men into feminization, you destroy the family. See, when the target is man, there's no society. This has been a fact throughout history. Remember when Moses was in Moses' time, when he was about to be born, there was an order given that only male young kids below the age of 2, especially the newborn, were to be killed. Because the demons told the sorcerers in Egypt, because these people have been dealing with black and white magic forever. This is what humanity has been worshiping all along. That's why you see in every human empire, all right, from empire to empire, starting, I'm just going to start there, from the Babylon Empire to the Persian Empire to the Greek Empire to the Roman Empire. That's why they worship their own gods. In the United States, for instance, they're still at it, because the United States came out of Rome, just like the Franks, which are the French, Germani, which are the Germans, and then the Italians and the United Kingdom. In fact, they are the 10 horns that are mentioned in the Bible. Ladies and gentlemen, our whole world is about to be transformed. You put your faith in man, you put in your faith on a dying creature. How can you put your faith on somebody that cannot save itself? Where is the rationality in this? Where's the rationale in this? There is none. We don't have any. There's no logic. And we have a generalization of all of this. And we just say, well, the whole world has gone crazy. Remember like that old movie? Mad World. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very serious what I'm telling you right here. Our concept have completely changed. Humanity is ready to accept the beast system. The reason that it is being held up right now is because there are a few things that need to happen. And one of those things is that God needs to get his people together and get his people out of harm's way before all hell breaks out. Now, I'm not talking about the rapture. That the rapture is a big lie. Remember that movie Left Behind? Huh? What a disgusting, evil thing that is. No, we are living through the last day. We are going through Jacob's troubles. But there's going to become a time when God knows that he cannot hold his people anymore, and he's going to take it. So there are a few things that needs to happen before the devil completely takes over. The United Nations is an evil organization. NASA have been lying to everyone about men going to the moon. We know that's a lie. You had Amazon. What's his name? Bezos? The Amazon, the richest man in the world, that got inside of a capsule and made you all believe that he went up into space. After that other guy did it, the guy of Virgin Airlines, the owner. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if these people were for real in space, do you think they just be throwing balls to each other and hugging each other? No, they will be by the window taking pictures, and be at odds. No, because they want you to believe. It's all part of the lie, and the media runs away with it because the media, ladies and gentlemen, is in cahoot with the demons, with the satanic establishment. That is a fact, Jack. Even they have admitted that they are biased in the news system, in the way they give out the news. Ladies and gentlemen, why are truth being coming out? Because they know that this whole world is already. Even Mr. And I love what he said. Even Mr. Joe Biden, sometimes he will say truth. He said the other day, why do you, if I'm so bad, then how come you elected a man like this, like me? Of course, he's saying that because he knew he wasn't voted in, he was put in. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, here's some breaking news that you probably already know, because it's so obvious. It's so obvious that he was put in there, but it is going to be obvious. And by the way, I'm going to send you a link from The Simpsons, where The Simpsons actually predicted that a woman was going to be he's going to be taken out. He's going to be out. He cannot make it. This man doesn't make any sense. This man doesn't know what he be talking about at the time. He be mumbling. He be talking a lot of gibberish. He's obviously got dementia. It's not funny anymore. He doesn't care that inflation is sky high. He doesn't have any clue. He doesn't care. And then a woman is going to be over. Kamala Harris will be your president very soon, which I'm kind of glad about. You know why? Because the closer we get to the end of this whole matrix system that we are living under. He doesn't care about the border. He doesn't care that, I mean, a nation without border is no nation, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody can come to the border. He doesn't care whether, and by the way, that's when you know that the 9/11 was an inside job. That's when you can tell. Well, not an inside job, but it was a plan carried out by, again, like I've been telling you, by the Mossad and the United States Secret Service. Now you may say, well, what evidence do you have, Ruben? Common sense. If you know your history. Let me take you back in, I believe it was back in 1996. Remember, I grew up in New York. There was an explosion at the basement, one of the basement of the Twin Towers. A van full of explosive. 6 people died that time. Did you know that the guy that put the explosive in, that was carrying the explosive, and the FBI knew each other, and the guy was about to change his mind? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is no joke. Remember Mao? Are you familiar with Mao, that dictator in China, in Asia? which killed 70 million people of his own people. Do you know that this guy in Venezuela, I keep forgetting his name? Do you think he's care about his people? Do you see the Cuban people crying out loud for justice and for freedom? There's no freedom until we give our heart to our Creator. Until we follow the 10 commandments which are behind me. Faith is the only thing that's gonna help us make it through this. Because we are right now right in the thick of human madness. Some are trying to justify it. Others try to understand it without going to the source of it all. Without accepting the reality that Satan is moving all of his pieces, all of his human pawns throughout history, throughout the whole world. Okay? He is working with, let me tell you, some of the men of renown once again. Bill Gates and George Soros just became partner into an evil thing that they are planning to do. I'm going to try to send you a link into that. You got the word for the economic, what is it? The World Economic Forum at Davos. Charles Schwab. A man. I call him Mini-Me, the Mini-Me guy. A man who was writing a book about this pandemic while the pandemic was going on, and even before. When this pandemic, he was writing a book about the four, I cannot say the word, this C-19 and the fourth, what is it? The fourth industrial revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, please. If you believe in science, then you don't believe in God. You don't believe in God, you don't deserve to live. You don't deserve to live, you will be judged. You be judged, and believe me, you will go to hell. Hell does not exist. There's going to be a special hell created for the rebellious creatures upon that walks amongst us upon this planet. The devaluation of life through the process of abortion. That's another subject. That's number 4. Life is meaningless. People have lost their sense of purpose for life. They don't even know the meaning of life. Okay? They don't know the meaning of life, and they don't care. It's very sad, but that's the state of affairs that we are under. Okay? So, let us read the books, the Bible, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I'm going to read you chapter 24, Matthew chapter 24. Not all of it, obviously. In fact, I'm going to start on verse 3. Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciple came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when should these things be? And what should be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? 4th, and Christ answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. 6. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that you not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. 7. For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. 8. All this at the beginning of sorrows. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning. Unless you have a strong relationship with your Maker, you can kiss your ass goodbye. Because a third part of all humanity will be killed. Which we're talking about 2 billion and a half souls will be killed very soon. Because we have, ladies and gentlemen, we have disrespected life. We have declared war on life itself. So therefore, we don't deserve life. We believe the lies. We believe that a vote counts. We believe that abortion is just a woman's rights. Okay, we believe that gay rights go hand in hand with civil rights. See how they do it? See how slick the devil is? They want their rights, right? So they have to dirty the waters. Okay? And and put it together with what? Civil rights, with the civil rights movement, which, by the way, the civil rights movement was also a fake. It was a psychological operation. They knew the Civil War was about to break out in the United States, and it was not in their best interest. So what they did was, they brought up this man who is part out of the Masonic order, because remember, ladies and gentlemen, all religions are part of the Masonic order. The United States, by the way, is a Masonic nation, which is to say a satanic nation. She is the second beast mentioned on Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. She is the spiritual house of Egypt, house of bondage. That's what Egypt means, house of bondage, servitude. Okay? So, with this in mind, I just want you to understand that some of the links that I'm going to share with you were in the last video, which that I published, I think was on July 14, because obviously some of you didn't get to see some of them, I guess. But I'm gonna start with the new links that I was telling you about. The disgusting video of feminizing men. Okay? Even that. All they care right now is about the jab. Jab this. If you don't get the jab, then you're not a friend of the people. You should be looked upon as a danger, as a walking virus. It's unbelievable. Anyway, let us go to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Tomorrow is a working day. I just wanted to touch upon some of the things that are going on. Okay? So remember, you go anywhere. I mean, you name it. America is becoming the most miserable place on earth, and it's going to get worse. You go from the border, letting all kinds of people from all over the earth. You move from there to climate change. These people contradict themselves. Isn't that the essence and the nature of the devil, to keep the masses confused? That's what he does. They claim they care for you so much, but yet they do not care about the kids that are being born, the most precious and the most beautiful life. The babies being forming and growing in their mother's womb. That's okay. Partial birth abortion, which is basically killing of a human being. When a woman is about to give birth, she's got the right to bring this baby out and kill it. But yet we care so much. You see? We care so much about, climate change. You see? And you have swallowed up this lie. See, America, they have turned America into the most naive nations upon the earth. The American experiment was the one that they knew was going to be used at the end to bring about, because America needs to be taken out. Just like your grandpa dementia needs to be taken out, America will be taken out. Now the question is, are you going to go down to America? Because, ladies and gentlemen, forget about fighting on the street with your guns. Even Joe Dementia, again, he's telling you the truth. You don't have no airplanes. You don't have no nuclear weapons. You understand what this man is saying? Are you that asleep, ladies and gentlemen? But he can do that because they think you are stupid. They think you are sleeping. Hey, you believing all these lies all this time. You have accepted all of their rules. Let me give you one rules, and yet people ask, no justice, no peace. But look what they've been accepted. The IRS. 3 months out of the 12 months that you work go into their pockets. They steal your money. They're not supposed to do that. It is against the law. It is against the Constitution of the United States, but they do it anyway. Because all they got to do, and I learned that as a door-to-door salesman many moons ago. In fact, to be exact, about 38 years ago. 38 years ago, I was a door-to-door salesman. Once you got the mind, once you mess the mind up, you got them. That's why kids are worked through cartoons. Since they're little, they are being worked on. Subliminally, they are being worked, and their subconscious is being worked. And parents are not being aware of this, but it's too late. America is bleeding, and that bleeding cannot stop. You got to save yourself and save others by bringing this message of love to them. You got young people that are completely out of their freaking mind called Antifa, which again have been worked. You have people that have been scammed. Their mind have been robbed. with an organization called Black Lives Matter. Okay? Then you have, before them, religions making people worship false god, mainly the Roman Catholic Church, which is the mother of all of them, because they all came out of the Roman Catholic Church. She is the first beast. Our fight is a spiritual war. We are right in the thick of the last spiritual war. It's only going to get more interesting. Are you ready for it? The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Do not fear a man that can only destroy the body. Fear the one that can destroy the body and the soul as well. So what is the end game here for the devil? What is the Satan's end game here? Nothing. Stupid. Trying to irritate God. Well, if we are stupid enough, which we are showing that we are, then we deserve what's coming to us. We believe our vote counts. We believe NASA, which even with the logo, they tell you, you got the logo of a serpent. Serpent tongue sticking out. They're telling you, and they're laughing, and you believe that American actually went to the moon. I've shown you, I've given you so many links, which prove beyond the shadow of a doubt, but you already believe what you believe. See, they already got your mind. So no wonder you think that, oh, and if they didn't get your mind, I'm talking about the whole establishment, the whole grand salami. I'm talking about religions, the whole establishment, the most powerful organization on this planet. I mean, look how easy people are deceived. They believe that Bezos, the Amazon president, the richest man on earth, went to outer space. People believe that because the media is pushing that, because it's a lie. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, media come out of the Latin words, which is medians. Medians, which is spiritual. You get in contact with the spiritual medium, right? That's where the word media comes from. So no wonder they have to live up to their lies. Because they don't care. And they celebrate. I mean, you got this young man that works for CNN, Don Lemon, and he's making a big deal that he's gonna get married. Well, again, people can do whatever they want. This is America. But you know what? Justice is coming. They're trying to say that Christ never spoke about against homosexuality. Okay, I'm about to go. But before I go, let me leave this in your mind. If God created man and woman in the beginning so that he could multiply himself, because that is the purpose of life, and to create a kingdom, an everlasting kingdom on this earth, do you think that he will say, oh, wait a minute, maybe we should have homosexuals too? Which goes totally against the reproduction of life. You understand? That's how stupid and illogical we have become. And that's exactly what is being pushed right now. Lil Nas, I mean, you name it. And you got people that are walking around feeling sorry for themselves and making mistakes like Kanye West. I mean, I could have told him that what was coming, what was going to happen. I could have told him, hey, listen, you know this lady is going to mess up your life. You know they're gonna mess with you, right? That's how this lady do. They Satanist. And he went along for the ride for a little bit. Now he's regretting it. It's too late for the brother. I hope he wakes up. It's gonna be too late for a lot of our brothers. Now you got this, what is it called again? Radical race theory, critical race theory. Critical race, CRT. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see what they do? Order out of chaos. See, they can only control the masses by keeping them divided. That was the whole purpose of religion and politicians and different political parties. But at the end of the day, they are all the same. There's no Republican, there's no Democrats party, there's no Roman Catholic Church, and there's no Jehovah's Witness, there's no Baptist. They're all the same, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? The Mormons call themselves the Latter-day Saints. Give me a freaking break. Yeah, saints of the devil. Oh yeah, that's a fitting, think of it, that's a good fitting name for them. The Latter-day Saints. Yes, we are living in the last day, and the demons, which they consider themselves to be saints, are working humanity. Let me say in Spanish. Los mormones tienen razón cuando ellos dicen, oh, los santos de los últimos días. Tienen razón. Porque en los momentos que estamos viviendo y los que vienen están totalmente controlados por los demonios, lo que ellos consideran santos. Así que tienen razón. Tienen perfecto y están trabajando la raza humana, que está tan fácil. De hoy en día, mi gente, de hoy en día las mujeres, ellas enamoran. Porque la situación está difícil. Ya no hay hombres, la mayoría son homosexuales, otros, hay más mujeres que hombres. Es un desastre. En otra palabra, el diablo dice, bueno, vamos a ver si los hombres van a sobrevivir esto, porque las mujeres están que ellas mismas se están entregando y se enamoran y andan desnudas. Enseñan sus nalgas en los medios de comunicación, y los medios de comunicación no ven nada malo con eso, pero sí ven malo, ven malo con esto estudio bíblico. La verdad es difícil. So you understand, ladies and gentlemen? I just said it in Spanish. So come to think of it, what they call it, the Latter-day Saints, they have a good point. Remember, on the American dollar, what do we have there? In God we trust. Who's God? Which God are they referring to? The devil, Satan. That old serpent called the devil. Now, let's say you don't believe me. Who you think paid for abortion? The very same money, huh? In God we trust. So if in God we trust, who created life, how can God approve of destroying life? Killing babies. You see? Again, going back to the contradiction. There's no logic. It's stupid. It's stupid to high heaven. It's stupid to the max. It's ridiculous. And that's what the devil is. He's stupid, ridiculous, and a coward. That's why he works humanity through fears. That's why he makes humanity give in to whatever the government is telling them to do. Oh yeah, I gotta do this. Well, you only got yourself to blame. So this whole world is in turmoil right now. You go from what just happened in China a few days ago, where they had they have the heaviest rainfall, which they haven't seen in 1,000 years. Didn't I just read to you about that? In France, you got flooding. You got a landslide all over the place. The earth is angry, and it has nothing, absolutely nothing with climate change. Climate change is another psychological game to control you. Remember how these people rule? Through the old Hegelian dialectic. Problems, they create a problem. They wait for your reactions, which they push through their media, which they own. That's why when you turn on the television, what are they telling you? Come on, you know that. I'm not going to say the word. You know what's going on. That's all they talk about. This pandemic. You know the purpose behind it? And then they come with that solution. And YouTube ain't stupid. YouTube know what I'm talking about. And my advice to YouTube is, yo, this platform was born out of sharing ideas and different opinions. Wake up. Don't you see why the media came into your realm? To take over, so that they will be the only source of truth. And they got you, huh? You fell for that trap, YouTube. Shame on you. They already have their own platform, their own television channels. They didn't need to come to your platform, but they're here to destroy it, because truth, they declaring war upon truth. And you make them the truth. Are you kidding me? I mean, if they're always being the source of truth and solutions to problems, then we should be living in a utopia right now. May God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. And please do not forget to see your link. Do not forget to look at my links. God bless you, and there's more.